Vicky here with you, and today it's tonight I should say. I've got my glass of wine. It's been a hell of a day at work, and I just want to chill a bit before I go to bed and before we start the day again tomorrow with some other stuff at work. And today of all the days, I felt like I thought I was Tuesday, but I was like running ragged, and then I finally realized that actually we're Wednesday. So I've actually lost a day in my week, and I was already running out of days. So yeah, it's gonna be long. It's gonna be a hard week. And I came home. I left work. It was about 7:30, so at night p.m. And I got there for 8. So it's a bit pretty long days. So I'm tired, and I want to get my work stuff out. I'm at item number 89, so that's what we're going to be doing. So it's going to be 89, and it's going to be tags with scraps, and I don't know how many we're going to be making. And you don't see all the videos in order, obviously, but the thing is, I really need to finish those 11 by the end of next week, because then I'm going to the States, and I've actually already purchased some stuff. However, it doesn't count for my 100 things challenge as being purchased, because I'm only going to get them when I actually go and see my friend, which is going to be on June 29th. But this being said, next week I need to go to my Vermont office to do some for our inventory count, and that means that there's an AC more, and I really want to go and shop. So with that said, I need to get cracking on this, because there's no way in hell that I'm not shopping, and I'm so close to being finished that it really needs to be done. So I got all these wonderful tags, and I believe it's from Doreen, but sorry if I'm mistaking this, but I think it's from her. And I pulled out a bunch of scraps that I had in my stash, all the little ones. I still have so many. I need to pull out all the tiny ones from my stash, but yeah, they just multiply. It's just, that's what happens. So with that said, I need to use them up, and I was thinking that using them up on tags would be a great thing. Now I just realized that I did pull out a few cardstock, but not many, and I will need to have some sort of solid background in some cases, because I want to do a lot of layering, because this way I can actually use up more of my scraps. Linda shared a video for me of something that Tammy did, and I thought it was brilliant. I already did something similar with similar embellishments, but it's the same principle using these tags as well. I mean, it's using up your scraps on those little items, whether they be embellishments, whether they be the coin trading cards, whether they be trading cards, whatever. Just use up your scraps, because guys, they multiply. I'm telling you, they multiply. And if you want to get rid of them, well, you don't have a choice but use them up, because otherwise you're gonna get overwhelmed with them. just yeah, take my advice, please. Don't do like I did. So I need to just glue stuff down, and but I still want whatever I'm making to be somewhat pretty. So, because I mean, what's the point? Otherwise I'm not going to use it, and then I'm just wasting paper, and that's not the goal. I want to use up my stash in stuff that I will actually use further down the road. Now, I was looking for this. I don't know what happened here, but there's a little pencil mark. I must have marked it when I cut it off originally. So I've got some scraps from my painty papers. I've got all kinds of stuff in here, and I don't think we'll get all that far into this pile tonight, because, well, it's tonight and I'm tired, and it's been, like I said, a really long day. But this being said, I need to get some crafty done, something crafty done, just because I need that relief, that part of me that's out of my head and into something more fun, and not numbers, and not year-end, and not budgets. Eventually, guys, my dream would be to do this full-time. Oh my God, what a blessing that would be. But I don't foresee that happening ever. So the only thing I can foresee is me retiring, and then, you know, using whatever funds I have to purchase things that and use those up. A lot of people that want to make a living out of this, and it's very difficult, even just for paying the supplies that you use. Very difficult. So, and I'm not saying this to complain or to do any of that, just so that you guys all don't think I'm complaining. That's not it at all. But what I'm saying is, well, some artists are fabulous and they, you know, warrant getting a lot of money out of this. People like me, not so much. So yeah, it's just a hobby, but I would love to be able to do just that. And it's so hard because, you know, sometimes I see that there's been online things happening, and I can never participate because I'm usually at work. So that makes me sad as well. But that is life, and I should be thankful that I'm healthy and I can actually do the work, and eventually we'll be able to retire, hopefully. Knock on wood, then nothing bad happens, but we should be able to retire, and then I'll have all the time in the world. Just sad that, you know, when you've got the health and you've got the will and everything, that you can't just do it, because obviously money is an issue. It's an issue for everybody. So yeah, but eventually my kids will move out, and when they do, well, that will be I'll be able to use all that money that I'm using on them towards more crafty stuff. And if I can sell a few items, then that will pay for some of it. So in the end, at the end of the day, I'll be able to continue doing what I really, really love, which is this. And I found that, you know, there's such a great community on YouTube, and it's hard for me to imagine not sharing with all of you. I seriously doubt one day I'll be one of those big YouTubers, but if I can still continue to make items that you guys like, that's all I want. That's reward for me, like big time. Okay, so I'm just making the tags. I'm not gonna worry about the fiber and stuff, because I don't have the fiber next to me, and that I can take care of at a later date. So I kind of like that layout, so I'm gonna go with that. And that's a lot of layers, so that's pretty good. And now I'm wondering if I should edge them all. And I'm thinking I should, because that would be even better. But of course I didn't think of this before, so I don't have the my inks next to me. big avalanche. Feel free to skip forward. I should be with you guys soon. Okay, I'm back. So those are the inks that I've pulled out, and I got some all over my fingers. So I'll wipe that out before I make a mess everywhere. Okay, so for this I was thinking Chip Sapphire because it's all in the blues, and I think that would be nice. I'm just going to use a dauber, and that dauber is like, it's dry, so even if I put blue on it, it's not going to make it brown. And yeah, I think it makes a big difference to edge it this way. So I'm happy that I did take the time to do that. Like I said, I want to use up my scraps, but I don't want to just slap them on and never use what I make out of them. My goal is to be able to use up whatever I make, and those tags could be used in Happy Mail, they could be used in journals, they could be used in all kinds of things. So, if you're hearing any noise, it's my husband's watching a video, so nobody's getting hurt or whatever. Not sure how it's coming out on your end of the things. So it seemed to be a loon that was crying, but I'm not sure because I have no clue what he's watching. Okay, and then this one. Now, I need, of course, to put some sort of quote or something on there. And I've pulled out my small images. I have a little bin with only small images. If I can open it up. Oh my god, it's stuck. Okay. So I have small images here and little sentiments and things. Well, that's cute. There was never a night or problem that could defeat sunrise or hope. I like that. Okay, so I'm just going to put that quote. And this is from the Woman's magazine. Very thin paper, flimsy, and you have to be careful when you glue it because it tends to tear. But they've got great quotes like this. And of course the bunch I got were free, so that's even better. Isn't that pretty? And imagine like once I put some fibers on there, it's going to be so cute. Okay, so I'm going to put that. So put this on there. And I'm not putting my tape because it's probably going to tear. The glue is not as hard on the paper like that, and it allows me to do this. And I'm missing out little spots. Can you guys see? I should bring you down closer a bit. Okay, and hopefully I'll stay in frame. Okay, and then I've edged everything, and this was said by Bernard Williams. Cool. I'm just going to edge all of this. And of course I made a mess of the background, but the back, but it's still a great area to journal on. So this is the first one. Let's go for the second one. The second one is the smaller one, so I'm not going to layer as much on that one. I think I'm going to go with just this and this because it's kind of tiny. And let's see what I have in there that I could use. Sometimes feeling small. That kind of goes with what I just said. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Edge everything. Here we go. And I just think this is so cute. I don't know what I'm going to use this for, and I have no clue. You know, that's probably not why I cut that phrase initially. But the colors fit. It fits with the fact that the little tag is small, and it's just going on there. So if any of you end up with this tag, well, you know the story behind it. But I might just, like I said, use those in journals or whatever. I kind of like the idea of using personal items that I make in my journals so that they're very unique and not just anybody could have made them. So that's the one. Okay, so next paper. So I had pulled out this one, which I really thought was pretty. I've got that, which would be nice on there. What else do I have that could go on there? There's this that could go on there too. Nah, not so much. Oh, maybe this. Yeah, that could have gone on there. Not so much, not so much. Oh my god, the decisions. I feel I'm going to lose my scissors and I'm going to be looking for them eventually. Maybe more neutral colors? Yeah, I think I need to go with neutral colors instead of greens. Something more along those lines. Kind of digging this, but it needs to be cut down so that I can see the border here. Plus, and as you can see, I'm really trying to layer stuff up to use up as much as possible. So this, I'm going to set that here. making the tags themselves out of the scrap is a great way of using the scraps. But then you need to do something with the tags, right? So embellishing them this way, I think, is a fun way of making sure that you use them. I like that. And then I think maybe like this. Of course, now, mind you, I need to figure out what I'm going to put on there. One problem at a time, right? That's what I think at work. I try to think of the fact that you can only eat an elephant one bite at a time, and that if you stare at the mountain, you're going to be paralyzed and you're not going to move. Whereas if you just take one step at a time, first thing you know, you'll be at the top of the mountain. So I keep reminding myself of that, because I think it's important, because we tend to, you know, be paralyzed and not want to move because it just seems like it's too much. But then if you do that, then you'll never get anywhere. That's what I tell my employees as well. Yee, no. Like that. I really like that. And then what else do I have in here that could work on this? This. That's a pretty image and the background does fit. So I think I'm going to go with that one. Now I'll have to find a way to find a sentiment or something to go with it, but let's just find a way to fit this image first. And then I can worry about the sentiment later. That's my daughter's cat. She's gone for the night and he's not a happy camper. She's been spending a lot of time with her boyfriend and not being at home, and her cat is not happy. Definitely not happy. Andrew, peux-tu nourrir Hendrix, s'il te plaît? Hein? Oh, I love this. I love this. That is just perfect. Okay, that's perfect. Now I need to find a sentiment to go with this. Either I find a sentiment in here or I find a sentiment in my small ones. That could be one. I like that one. That one is small and it would fit perfect. And it says art de vivre, so the art of living. And I think this is gorgeous. So yeah, love that. Love, 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 love this. And I'm using all kinds of scraps, including, and do I distress it? I didn't distress any of the rest of this. I've got my vintage photo. I've got another dauber here. Maybe just a bit around the edge to make it pop a bit more. Okay, so that. So I tend to split up the small images that I have versus the big ones. This way it makes it a lot easier when you have small projects. You know exactly where to go and to get the smaller ones. This little bin, I think, was in the garage for a reason, probably for my journaling out of the box, and I took it inside, and it's a good thing I did, because now I'm using up what's in it. I like that. Step, Andrew. It's a bit darker than the real vintage photo because of the fact that it was using black soot before. But I kind of like what it does. So that's my tag. Oh my god, that's the favorite one so far. Okay, so I don't know how many more I'm gonna do. I think it's already been half an hour. Oh boy, time flies. So how about we do 2 and then we call it a night. Well, you're probably gonna call it a day, but whatever. So I'll put these aside and I'll put these in a bin so that I can refer back to them, because I don't want to go through the process of trying to find tags and images and whatever. I really like the idea that Shannon Green has given us, which is to put the stuff that you're going to be using in one of those pockets, so that the next time around, that when you come to work on something, you've got quickly access to everything that you put together and you don't have to look for it again. So at least you save the time on that, because I don't know for you, but for me it takes a lot of time. So I don't want both tags to be exactly the same, so how about I do that. And I don't think I have any other small pieces that might be useful for this. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Oh, this would be pretty on there. Why on earth did I keep that little tiny piece? Like, really? Why? I mean, I can hear you guys saying, well, now you're going to be using it, but really? It took space in my stash. Well, not a lot of space, but still space in my stash for like no reason at all, because basically I wasn't using it and it was way too tiny to be used for anything. But I probably figured it was going to be a good border for something. But now I'm throwing this piece away, guys. Yeah, I am throwing it away. Oh yeah, maybe not. I'm thinking that this would be perfect in my bin of the scraps for the artist trading coins. Whoops. Okay, so it's switched. It's switched area. Oh my god! Please call the Scraps Anonymous and get me committed, guys, because this is crazy. I cannot throw away paper. I just can't seem to do it. Oh my god. Like, really? Ay, ay, ay. I just thought as I was going to throw it away, that's the perfect size for the artist trading coins. It's tiny and it's exactly what I need. So yeah. And that's what happens. That's why I end up with so much. Because I keep on keeping all those small ones. Ay, ay, ay. Yeeps. Okay, that was not good. Step play, Andrew! My cat really needs to be fed. He's all over the... C'est la bouffe urinaire, chérie. He's talking to my son, telling him, okay, this is the one, come and give it to me. Come on already. I spoke to you all this time. Why is it taking so long? You little human slave. Okay, so here's one. Ferme la porte. Oh, he's so sweet. He's giving him water as well. My oldest son is such a cat lover. Not so much into the dogs, but he really loves the cats. You'll love to scare them as well, but he really loves the cats. Merci, chérie. Merci. Just telling everybody how much of a cat lover you are. He's got a huge smile on his face, but he doesn't want to talk. He loves doing my outro, but doesn't want to talk regular video. I don't get it. Boys. Okay, so I've already done both sides of this, so I don't need to leave this open and make another mess. Just put this together. These came out really cute. Now I just need to figure out what I'm going to put on them. And those are really tiny, so I doubt that it's going to be an image. It's probably going to be just a word, the same thing I did for the other one. But what word? That's the question, right? Okay. So let's go in my little bin. Otherwise, we're going to go to Tim Holtz. That's too big. It's perfect, but it's too big. That could be one. That could be the other one. No, I like this better. So the only thing that's going to be missing with those tags is the fibers. But on the, when you open up my video, the picture that I will have put up will probably be the one with the fibers. And if I'm really nice, and I remember mostly, I'm going to try to put the pictures of the tags in the outro. Like just before my outro of the video, so that you guys can see what it ended up looking like. I tend to forget doing that. Like I edit everything and then I'm just like, oh yes, it's done. But I forget that I could do that extra step. Some people are just so good at editing and doing all that stuff, but not so me. Not so much me. You know what would be great for this? Oh my god, I just had a flash. A butterfly. Because butterfly transform themselves. This is just perfect. Oh my god, this, guys, is just awesome. This is just, oh, beyond awesome. Thank you so much, Paula, for those. I love them so, so much. Oh my god, I love it. It's just so perfect. So, so, so perfect. Sometimes, yeah. Just happens. Okay. So, I've done that one. And I've done this one. And globally, I've done 5 of them. I'm quite happy. It made me feel good. And it's item number 89. So, almost there, guys. Almost there. Wish me luck. Bye, everyone.